How many times today did you say yes when your body was screaming no? How many times did you laugh at something that wasn't funny? Soften your opinion so no one would push back or check your phone to see if someone replied. If the answer is more than once welcome, you're in good company. The need to be liked is one of the most universal human experiences. But tonight, I want to show you something the Buddha taught about this need. Something that might quietly change how you move through the world. The Buddha described 8 forces that push and pull every human life. He called them Loka Dhamma, the worldly winds. They come in pairs, gain and loss, fame and disgrace, praise and blame, pleasure and pain. These winds blow constantly, and most people spend their entire lives being tossed around by them, chasing praise, running from blame, desperately trying to stay on the pleasant side. The Buddha said, "The wise person is not the one who only receives praise. The wise person is the one who is not shaken by either praise or blame, not cold, not indifferent, simply not dependent." Psychologist Mark Leary at Duke University proposed something called sociometer theory. The idea is that self-esteem is not a fixed trait. It's a meter, a gauge, like a fuel indicator. And what does it measure? How accepted you feel by the people around you. When people approve of you, the meter goes up. You feel good. When people criticize or ignore you, the meter drops. You feel worthless. The problem is obvious. If your sense of self depends entirely on other people's reactions, you will never, ever feel stable. You become a leaf in someone else's wind. There's a moment in the Pali Canon where a man approaches the Buddha and praises him lavishly. The Buddha listens calmly and says, "Is that so?" The next day, the same man returns angry and hurls insults. The Buddha listens again and says, "Is that so?" A student asks, "How can you respond the same way to both?" The Buddha replies, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, who does it belong to? The praise was a gift. The insult was a gift." The Buddha accepted neither, not because he didn't care, but because he didn't need either one to know who he was. Harriet Bryker, a clinical psychologist, wrote extensively about what she called the disease to please. She found that chronic people pleasers don't just want to be nice. They're driven by fear, fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being seen as difficult. Underneath every sure, no problem is a quiet panic. If I say no, they'll leave. The Buddha identified the same root. He called it Bhaya fear. And he taught that fear-based action never leads to peace, only to exhaustion. You cannot pour from a cup you keep handing to everyone else. And you cannot be yourself if your self changes depending on who's in the room. Here's the part no one tells you about people pleasing. The people you're performing for, they can feel it. Research in social psychology shows that people trust authenticity more than agreeableness. When someone always says yes, always agrees, always smiles, others don't feel closer. They feel uneasy because on some level, they know it's not real. And connection without realness isn't connection. It's performance. The Buddha taught that real harmony, samadhi, doesn't come from everyone agreeing. It comes from everyone being honest, kindly, gently honest. So how do you begin to step out of the wind? The Buddha's answer is sila, integrity. Not perfection, not rigidity, but alignment between what you feel inside and what you express outside. It starts small. The next time someone asks for your opinion, give it gently, without apology. The next time you want to say no, say it. Not aggressively, just clearly. I can't this time. No explanation needed. You will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's the feeling of a muscle that hasn't been used in a long time. Let's sit with this tonight. Think about who you were today. Was there a moment you made yourself smaller so someone else would feel comfortable? Don't judge it. Just notice. And now, ask gently, what would it feel like to take up your full space? Not loud, not aggressive, just present. Saying what you mean, meaning what you say. Being one person, the same person, no matter who's watching. That is freedom. And it doesn't require anyone's permission. The Buddha stood in the middle of the 8 winds for 45 years, praised by thousands, criticized by many, loved, doubted, followed, betrayed, and through all of it, he remained himself. Not because he didn't feel, but because he didn't need the wind to tell him where to stand. Tonight, let the wind die down. You don't need anyone's approval to rest. You don't need to earn this silence. Just be here, as you are. That is more than enough. Sleep well. Good night.